Hey everybody, it is the Orgonite Goddess, and I am back with another video about shapes. I wanted to spend time in front of my window because it's nice out, and I like to soak up the sun. So today we are going to talk about the Ankh, and I know some of you guys have seen them. Some of you actually wear them and have them. We'll be going into a little bit of the histories and some of the stories. I had to write some down because I knew about the Ankh, but it was some stories that I didn't know. So if you guys can bear with me on that. And for those that do not know what an Ankh looks like, I actually don't have an Ankh pendant to show you because I already sold it. I'm sorry. But if you look at this figure, in his hand is an Ankh. This right here, this is the Ankh. So this is what we're talking about. Okay. So there's a lot of different origins that they say the Ankh comes from. An interesting origin for me that I actually liked was that they said that the Ankh originally came from the belt of Isis, whose actual name is Aset, and that her belt symbolized fertility, the female genitalia. What else do they say? Light, and it also represented the sun. And so that's where it came from. Isis was one of the first people to wear it. If you pay attention to some of the Egyptian goddess and god statues, they'll have an Ankh in their hand, like this one. They usually, if you usually see them, they're carrying the Ankh by the circular part at the top. And it has a very significant role in especially Egyptian culture, along with the sun, light, fertility, and the female genitalia. It was also a symbol of life. Some thought that it was the combination of female and masculine, feminine and masculine. So it's kind of like a yin-yang thing. And that's how it represented life, bringing life into this world between male and female. So that's how they thought about it. As well, not only do you see Egyptian gods and goddesses carrying it, you also see pharaohs carrying it. Whereas the gods and goddesses will carry it like this, the circular part in here. You'll also see pharaohs and things like that. They'll be carrying it and they'll be having it like this. So there's one in each hand and they'll cross their chest with it. A lot of tombs and things like that you see on TV, they actually show some of the, what is it called? Gosh. It's not the actual it's inside the tomb. I forget, sarcophagus. You'll actually see the sarcophagus top, and they'll have that on there. And I was like, that's interesting. Egypt wasn't the only place that actually had Ankhs. You also found them in Persia and in Mesopotamia. And if you pay attention to one of the kings in the Bible, Hezekiah, it was also in his seal, which I find to be very interesting. The Egyptian people also wore it as a sign of protection against anything negative or evil. And they would make it into mirrors. For anybody that's familiar with scrying, that type of divination, they would get beaten metal or something like that, put a mirror in it, shape it into a Ankh, and put a mirror in it, and they would be able, it was said that they would be able to see into the other world, into the afterlife, which would be a mirror of our life, but you would see the difference. So that's interesting, because I know people use mirrors for scrying in certain divinations. So it was like they were already hip to using mirrors for divination purposes. Let's see. So the Ankh is thought to represent the planet Venus, which we all know Venus deals with a lot of different things. One is money, it's feminine, and it also deals with the metal copper. You know, copper is a detox metal. I mentioned that in one of my other videos about copper, so see the connection? The hieroglyph for the Ankh actually represents life. I said that. But the hieroglyph itself translates into life, or it also translates into the breath of life. So the Ankh also symbolizes life, which I said before, but I just kind of broke it down a little bit more. What else does my paper say? Oh, Egyptians believed that the earthly journey was only one part of eternal life, and that the Ankh symbolized the mortal part of our existence and the afterlife. So the part where we're living and we are enjoying the bounties of earth, and then the afterlife, which is where we go after we transcend to our next plane. And I'm gonna keep on saying this, like, I find that interesting because in a lot of these Egyptian movies, they always say death is only the beginning. And, you know, the Ankh seems to be like a gateway to the afterlife, or seeing life after our earthly realm. And there are those that think that the Egyptians are right, and that, you know, they are a portal. If you make an Ankh mirror and use it for scrying, that would be definitely dope. I think somebody should try that and try it for scrying. The different gods that you can see and goddesses using Ankhs are Anubis, Sebek, Aset. Often you see Osiris. Those are just a few. Oh, and Ma'at. Ma'at. You guys know about Ma'at. She deals with law. And some people also feel like the Ankh is like the key to all hidden knowledge. That the loop symbolizes the eternal soul with no beginning or end. And that, to me, is, of course, deep. Like I said, it's deep. It seems like there are a lot of definitions that are very similar to each other in describing the Ankh and its significance and how well it works. So for somebody that wants to Orgonite, and they're like, well, why would I want to get an Ankh? One of the reasons would be, you know, the Ankh represents life. It represents the balance of masculine and feminine, creating life. If you are someone that wants to look for, you know, an extra boost for fertility, then this would also be something that you would want to wear, because it combines masculine and feminine energy to push for life. I will also wear this just to bring more sun and more light in your life, because it seems like that is also what it represented. And it's a really ancient symbol that held so much meaning, from using it to scry, from using it as a symbol of life, to the balance of energies, to it being associated with copper and its detoxifying properties, and that so many of the gods and goddesses of Egypt like carried it, and Egyptians carried it. Like, it's like being a part of history in my eyes. I will fix the problem that I do not have it right now to show you, but I will be showing you guys, maybe not by the next video, but maybe the video after that. But Ankhs are really dope. The Ankh sizes that I carry are about this big, so they're pretty tall, a good size. And if you want one, make sure that you go to your Orgonite creator, or you can go to my website. I do have pictures of my Orgonite Ankhs online, and my website will appear somewhere right here as usual, and I also have it in the description comment box. So there you have it, Ankhs, how great they are, what they're used for, and their symbolism and importance in history. Hope you guys got something out of this, because I am. And I will see you guys next time with the next shape. I'm thinking about doing the Om symbol, O-H-M, or also O-M. And in Egyptian Kemetic, it's A-U-M. So that'll probably be the next one, because I'm really interested in that one. And yes, I do carry Om medallions. So I'll be able to show you that one. So you guys have a great day, and enjoy this sun, because I am. And see you guys later. Bye. Oh, so trying to get better at this. This is the Orgonite Goddess signing out. See you guys later.